series, One Nation Under Debt, examining a spending pattern some say is simply unsustainable.
The nation confronts some scary news every year at this time. Our debt levels are bad and getting worse, and not only that, getting a lot worse, a lot faster.
We are going to double the federal debt in the next 5 years under the president's budgets, and triple it in the next 10 years. Triple the debt in 10 years. I mean, these are numbers that are staggering.
Young people in particular have a stake in the outcome of this debate because their future is being mortgaged at record rates.
Walker, who's written a new book on the subject, notes U.S. debt is already more than $12 trillion, but we've also made promises in programs such as Medicare and Social Security that add up to some $63 trillion. Promises made that the government has no money to pay for. And this isn't just an issue for the elderly, because young Americans will be the ones asked to pay the bills, what one analyst calls taxation without representation.
Because it's easy to spend somebody else's money, it's even easier to spend it when they're too young to vote or they're not born yet.
How bad is it? With all those unfunded promises in Medicare and Social Security or benefits for veterans, among others, U.S. debt levels are set for a meteoric rise in coming decades. As a percentage of our total economic output, we have never exceeded World War II debt levels, but will soar past that in coming years, exceeding 300% of the total economy by 2040, but not stopping there.
A debt in the next 50 years that would be 400% of the gross domestic product of the United States. We've never had a debt more than 120% of the gross domestic product of the United States.
And as we keep running up the national credit card, there's another problem. We're now paying more than $200 billion a year in interest alone. And by the end of this decade, we'll be paying almost $800 billion a year, taking money from other key needs.
So we will be spending more on interest payments on the national debt 7 to 8 years from now than we spend on national defense.
We will have nothing left for the kinds of domestic discretionary programs that people so often think about when they think about government, whether it's education or transportation or infrastructure, the environment.
The fact is, we have been spending like the proverbial drunken sailors, but with one big difference. Drunken sailors cannot spend money they don't have.